This is the Mama D Show, and today we're going to talk about,
do you still have feelings for your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend?
excuse the attire. I was looking nice earlier, but it's kind of hot outside.
Right.
What?
Okay. For some reason, I keep talking to my ex-boyfriend. I have an ex-boyfriend. I have a previous boyfriend now. Me and my ex-boyfriend just broke up back here in February. A couple days before our anniversary and maybe 2-3 days before Valentine's Day. So I decided that I moved out of one relationship into another. Well, bad idea. I still, for some reason, at that time, still had feelings for my ex-boyfriend. Well, in the process of me still having feelings for him, I was going with someone else, and he was still whooping and crying that he wanted me back, and I told him, I said, we can just be friends. Well, again, bad mistake, because for some reason I keep texting, and sometimes I talk to him. Every now and then it get kind of annoying because you talk about the same crap over and over.
You know how to exit.
He talks about the same stuff over and over, and it's a pain in the ass half the time. But I also have to realize I'm in a relationship now with someone, and I seem to be at ease, but in the back of my mind, no, you're not. You know how some people have that little angel and that little devil on their shoulders? The little angel tell you, you already got a boyfriend, you need to leave it alone, but you got the little devil say, scratch what that would say, and continue talking to him and being with this one at the same time. It don't work that way. I think that's unfair. But some people have boyfriends, new boyfriends or new girlfriends, and they still constantly talk to their ex. And then the new boyfriend is like, every time they're around, it's confusing to them because they constantly listening to you talk about this person, and you don't go with them no more. And then the first thing come out their mouth, well, evidently you still talking about him, you still got feelings for him. And
that's how it is.
Yeah.
I was in a relationship, and he used to always talk about his ex and stuff, and then if you know that you still have feelings for your ex, or if it gets to the point where you still have feelings, don't just go out with somebody just to get revenge on them.
Right.
Because your ex probably ain't even thinking about you, for one. And if they is, y'all just gonna butt heads because y'all gonna worry about what you doing, worry about what you doing. If you know you have feelings for your ex, then just don't go out with somebody just because you mad because they went out with somebody. When you feel like you ready to move on, then that's when you move on. Because, of course, girls, we have more emotions than guys, of course. Or some guys have more emotions than us, but there's always that one special person who you always gonna run back to no matter what.
Right. Because
that's who you had your bond with. That's who you've been with the longest. And you probably won't go back together because of situations, like they cheated or something. But there's always a forgive and forget. But if you know you still have feelings for a person, don't just hook up with somebody just out of revenge or
try to get back at the other one,
pushing them aside. Because you could really hurt the next person. You just using them as a rebound.
Basically.
So.
And to them, it's not fair.
If I'm in a relationship, I usually wait like 2 months before I get into another relationship when I feel comfortable with myself. The relationship now, I don't know what it is about this boy. I can't get rid of him. And I know that if I do move on, and all of a sudden he call me and tell me, I must come over and blah, 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 I'm going to do it.
I'm sitting for yawning and shit.
I'm going to do it because he has my heart.
Right. My ex-boyfriend, me and him never really had contact with each other. The only time me and him actually talked was on the phone. That's as far as it got. And we mailed each other letters and all that stuff. He sent pictures, I sent pictures to him. And it got to the point that, he was basically putting problems from his ex-girlfriend off on me, and it made me feel bad. And I gave him chance after chance after chance to change, and he was abusing it. Then it got to the point that, I'm tired of it, I don't want no part of it no more. And I told him about it. Then he got upset because he thought that, you know, if you break up with me, I'm going to feel lonely and depressed and all this stuff. And then I start feeling bad for him. Well, in the process of that happening, I was talking to someone else. And
that could be another thing. You so sick of them talking about the drama and stuff, you move on to somebody else. If you get attracted to somebody else,
yeah,
it's a big problem.
It's a big problem. It's a really big problem.
If they're not satisfied.
You coming back to that person to calm them down, to stop them from doing either stupid, dumb maneuvers, or to calm them down from crying over the phone to you all the time. And then you come back and you stressed out, bummed out, and you got the previous boyfriend, the new boyfriend, you come back to them, and the first thing they'll say, well, what was you doing earlier for you to be so bummed out, so stressed out and all this stuff? Well, I was on the phone with my ex-boyfriend. Then you two get into the argument, or I was on the phone with my ex-girlfriend, then y'all get into an argument, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then the first thing you're going to do, or the first thing that is going to happen, y'all going to break up.
But like I just said, if you know that you're not ready to move on, if you know you're just doing this out of revenge, don't do it. Because you're only hurting yourself at the end, because that's telling you that you're still worried about your ex, and they probably ain't even worried about you. Not even worried about if you here today or tomorrow.
Right.
So if you're just doing out of revenge to make them mad, to want you back, don't do it. When you're ready to move on, you know when you're ready to move on. I'm not saying it's not okay to have friends or whatever, but in my opinion, I would just have friends.
And ladies and gentlemen, if y'all have an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, this is for the men. If y'all have an ex-girlfriend and you got this girl as a friend, and she constantly in your face crying, hollering, hooping and hollering, talking about dumb stuff, ignorant stuff, you need to let that person go. Just like, look, I'm tired of the drama. I don't want to be part of it because I'm bringing this stuff back home to my girlfriend. I want to let it go. And ladies, if you have an ex-boyfriend that's a friend with you, you need to let, if they doing the same thing, you need to let them go. Because you don't want to bring that stuff back home to your previous boyfriend. And then, like I said, y'all get to arguing and it's bumping heads back and forth. Y'all going to get into this conflict, and then it's like, you know, I'm leaving you. You'll break up. Yeah. You don't want that. So if you get to the point that, you know, you want to let it go, I just let it go eventually. Like, look, I'm in a relationship now with somebody else. You can just be friends, but don't be calling me with no drama, because I don't want to hear it.
Okay. So that's our show for today. Leave comments, rate it, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Deuces.
Stop. I ain't ready yet. Wait, let me fix my hair. Yes, yes.